Hello, Bobby May Cry here from the Gaming Keepers. And as you see, I've got quite the game today.
I think it's me. Oh, I wish I could talk to you. I'm sorry.
She looks a little different than I remember.
I just wish I could talk to someone.
I suppose I should get on to what this video is all about.
Falling apart here.
So I'm just gonna sit back and play some of this remake while just talking, I suppose. Just talk about random things like survival horror, the Gaming Keepers.
Yeah.
That was a little bit of a popping, wasn't it?
We're 5 minutes out, you still got that thing on repeat.
And just random stuff like that.
Fisherman is not a job you turn down.
Basically just an experimental video like a lot of these audio commentaries are.
Easy to say the wrong thing.
I don't blame you.
I always like to test the waters and see what works, what people like, what people don't.
So you keep saying.
Here we go.
And as people may have noticed from the Dragon's Dogma one, the first one wasn't, well, it was to celebrate the sequel's announcement. Also, it wasn't even technically my idea to do it, I just went along with it. It wasn't too bad, and now it's one of our more successful videos. I did do a follow-up with 2D platformers that I had quite a bit of fun putting together. I think that video did well as well. I think that was for 100 subscribers on Gaming Keepers, and since then we've got, well, more than double that now.
Get us into hailing range. Someone's got to be waiting up for us.
Just be careful on the approach. I'm not taking any chances with the CEC's pride and joy.
No chances, huh? Is that why you were digging into my personnel files before we left?
I think he had bags under his eyes in the original one. Well, the character model. Also, I think his hair was darker. So I suppose it's not just his girlfriend that looks different.
USG Ishimura. This is the emergency maintenance team of the USG Kelly responding to your distress call. Come in, Ishimura. Ishimura, do you
Looks
copy?
great,
Come in.
and I'm on
This is
performance mode, which says a lot really. Oh, look at that, Ishimura.
No. Come on. Someone pick up the damn phone.
So yeah, I'm playing on hard mode on the PlayStation 5. I should probably get that out of the way.
Maybe broken encoder. Daniels and I can handle it in 48
There was
hours.
a mode called Impossible, but it's kind of like honor mode in Divinity, where if you die, you start from scratch. I might do that at some point.
Raptor setters engaged. Automated docking. There's a go.
We're losing control.
We're off course. Daniel,
Guidance system override isn't responsive.
What do you think, Isaac, of all this?
it's gonna smash us into the hull. Jet, aim for that emergency stabilizer. There, the blue light. It might slow us down. Got it. Jump the blast shield. Everyone brace yourselves.
Engineer calling the shots. I suppose he knows better than them how these things work. Being an engineer.
Everyone okay?
Good.
I'll live. Hey, Johnston. All right.
It's my ankle. Broken.
Shit. The better than
Dead Space 2008 was an interesting video game. Not because itself did a lot of amazing things,
That guidance system's a death
but
trap.
because I think in 2008,
Jet, what's our damage?
survival horror was kind of gone.
Got a fire in one of the stabilizers.
You couldn't really get many survival horror games,
Could be worse, but not.
unless you were looking ones from previous generations.
Johnston, stay with the Kelly. We'll send a medic. Everyone else? With me.
Resident Evil 5, I have fun with. It's a fun co-op game, but kind of a survival horror game is quite the stretch. the genre was basically just gone for a while. The thing is Dead Space 2008, I think is a very good video game. But also when people say it's Resident Evil 4 in space, it's like, yeah, it is. It's not entirely bad. Let's have a little look-see. Oh. Oh, very nice. Do I have my map here? I love a good map in a survival horror game. But yeah, dead genre really during the PlayStation 3, 360, Wii generation. I mean, the Wii had ports. Oh, look at that. I'll get to the gameplay stuff. It's just like the original. It's got a bit of an intro, and now that Isaac talks, I imagine it's longer. I won't dilly-dally too much. Don't have the run option yet. Visceral Games did the original one, if I recall. We go on to... Oh, what was happening with your legs there? That was funny. Just spazzing out a little bit there.
At least we didn't take out the sign.
Well, yeah, Visual Games made a 2008 game. Thing is they were kind of known for... I don't want to say they flat out ripped off ideas, because Dead Space has got a lot of cool stuff in on itself going on. But like Dante's Inferno, it's God of War. Scan me in. And obviously their light gun Dead Space game. None of them really were hugely unique, but they had their own flair. Like obviously chopping off limbs in Dead Space is iconic.
I can't reach security.
Same for the chief engineer. What is wrong with their comms?
Oh, finally I can go through. Cool. Ooh, give me that. Alright. As you were. Come on, these logs. I'll read them in my free time though.
Someone left in a hurry.
Typically just scan through them so they're on the video and then I just move along.
Where's the security detail? Where's
I do like that I can just pull up the map anytime. I doubt it's going to let me know when rooms are cleared. That doesn't seem like a very
that security
Dead
console's
Spacey
still
thing to do.
working. Isaac, get a damage report. I'm done playing around.
Oh, so I was at the objective. Well, at least this little thing's back, the little doohickey. I'm more of a map person myself than this is how you do this. This should start getting things to pop off.
What have you got, Isaac?
Yeah, I haven't really covered an audio commentary of survival horror.
Tramps?
As my uploads kind of indicate, I love survival horror so much. To be honest, I like a lot of genres. There's obviously genres I don't play, but I do love survival horror quite a lot. And I can also be quite a bit judgmental. That's why I'm not going to cover the Callisto Protocol, because I like to think of us as a more positive channel. You can get so many critical channels already out there. This is totally aliens. Love it, yeah, smear that. I'm pretty messed up. Yeah, love it. Oh, they knocked a couple of lids off him though. Good for you. Alright, I'll run. Fine. Maybe I can stomp them later. There we go. Ooh, I mean, I can bring up survival horror, but I'm just going to mention all the ones that so many people have already covered who actually review games. I just play games and, well, we play games here at Gaming Keepers and just post them up. Don't really review games here at the Gaming Keepers. Ah, there we are. Iconic shot there. Gimme. Yeah, like, we got a GameCube when I was much younger. Well, my older brother got a GameCube just to buy Resident Evil Remake because we loved the older Resident Evil as well. I don't want to brag, but I'm the one who loved Resident Evil. I'm the one who binged them all. My brother was actually more into, oh, right. It's got the haptic feedback on it. I'll remove that. I'm not actually a fan of haptic feedback. To each his or her own. Just not my thing. Right. Can I still swing as well? Cool, cool. Right. I usually find that one better than the street. But yeah, love Silent Hill. My friends were more into Silent Hill than I, but I really liked them. I even liked The Room. I don't know why The Room always got so much hate. It was a pretty good video game. Obviously, it's pacing problems. The Evil Within, I've covered a little bit on this channel actually. Hunting Ground as well, I really loved Hunting Ground. I always thought we were going to get a remaster of that game. Never did. Yeah, love survival horror quite a lot. Obviously Resident Evils, but that's the boring answer because of course you love Resident Evil. Who doesn't? Just seeing if anything will pop there. I mean, Hunting Ground also went by the name Dementor, from my understanding, and it's successor to Clock Tower games. I really like The Evil Within. Seems everyone was a very everyone has their own take on The Evil Within. Some people hate it, some people love it. And Dead Space obviously borrows a lot from Resident Evil 4, but it's a well-beloved game. I suppose that's not always enough for EA, Electronic Arts. Don't want to go too much into bashing Electronic Arts. They are, at the end of the day, a company trying to make money. I get it. I believe they basically lost FIFA recently, so yeah, they can't rely on that cash cow so much anymore. Oh, they're still doing that where they're just going to be far away. I suppose you gotta keep some of the aesthetic, but I think with modern games you could have them in the same room as you now.
And the data board's burned out. I can't lift the lockdown or call the tram until we get a spare from the maintenance bay. But it's all on Isaac's side of the plant.
I'll handle it.
Good physics.
Power to the repair systems.
In the description I'll credit the developer. I can't think of their name at the top of my head, but
She always does.
so far pretty happy with what they've done. I didn't see in the options to remove haptic feedback there. And obviously subtitles are not going to be in this particular run because it clashes with the little Bobby May Cry chibi in the corner. But yeah, don't want to go too much into Electronic Arts. It is what it is. Everyone I know loves The Sims. I'm more of an Animal Crossing person myself. Hmm. See what I'm missing. See, that's just the elevator. I think that's where I came from. Yeah. Wait. Is there a body there before? Let's have a quick look. Does it hurt to be cautious?
Security request retrieved.
It didn't die. We shot that fucker right between the eyes and it didn't die. Smith had to shoot its fucking arms and legs off. For
There was
God's
an evil
sake, Smith,
tactics
help!
in this game. Oh yeah, I actually really like the Mass Effect trilogy. Well, I only played 1 or 2. I've heard questionable things about the third one, so I just left on a high note with number 2. That was my first time playing Mass Effect, and I quite enjoyed it. I usually don't enjoy heavy pandering story like games. I like that though. Obviously need something for that. And obviously I'm just in a very positive mood with survival horror recently. Signalis, I absolutely adored so much. Rose Engine. I'll turn it that way just in case I get a feeling I'm going to get a different kind of enemy. Need a security card. Who defunct it? Yeah, I love Signalis. I was really on the fence of uploading another video for Signalis. But now I thought to myself, this isn't actually getting much attention, and I really don't want to ruin the game for everyone. I got the Platinum Trophy on that bad boy. I absolutely love that so much. Oh, it's the psychic power thing. Static module, is it called? Yeah. I don't want to say that. So L2 to aim? Triangle. Obviously I need to do it for the door, but now I'm curious what else looks for it.
No, but I found a stasis module. I'm faster than I got it.
I know Signalis gets a bit of flunk for too many references, but honestly it's kind of like disliking Dead Space for its Resident Evil 4 references. I understand it and I can see why people will be unhappy with it, but at the end of the day, recharge your static module. Sure. Oh god, can't see my menu. There we are. Yeah. Very nice. I have had a bit of an absence on the channel lately. Well, from September onwards, basically after the 100 subs. There was a reason for it, but luckily it's all been, I don't have those issues anymore. It was an ongoing thing for a little while. It's why they were just using archive footage for me for a while. I just had other things I had to prioritise for a little while. And obviously, Overlord Shona has been a champ, absolutely keeping up to date with all the content he has. both Overlord Shona and Gentleman Jim have been doing PC content as well. For a while it seemed like all we did was PlayStation stuff. Thing is we just like games in general.
Isaac, don't bother shooting those fuckers in the head. Doesn't even slow them down.
Okay. The only way is hacking them apart. Those arms, their legs.
Does that even kill them? Or do they just stop moving?
Yes, I'm glad that my absence of the channel did not affect the channel too much, because obviously it's run by 3 people. You get a lot of channels which are just run by 1 person, and probably for good reason. We're pretty close here at the Gaming Keepers. We all really like each other. We get along. And sometimes we even like the same games as each other. But it's never a make or break situation for us. I'm probably the only one in the Game Keepers that likes survival horror games, and it doesn't bother anyone. I used to stomp on corpses in the original one, and now I don't know if I should. I wouldn't be surprised if they added like a karma effect to that. Got anything for me? There we go. Oh, they're absolutely buttering me up. I do apologise for the audio again though. My setup is not great, to put it simply. If you're watching this and you're like, there's so many YouTubers with such great audio quality, and the truth is they probably just make a lot more money than I do. I use basically how do I phrase it? I don't want to say that I budget to like the lowest demand, but basically I budget to what I think is feasible. Because at the end of the day is... Oh, save station. I'll take that. I think we might have already gone past one before. See? I'm on hard mode. Not impossible though. Just because I expect myself to die while I'm relearning the game. That just won't make for a fun video, now would it? I also skipped past all the options, just so you didn't have to put up with any of that. I like the new stomp, it's quite meaty.
Message retrieved.
Vents into engineering. You got a stasis module handy? We need one in tram maintenance stat. The autoloader's fried. I got a damaged tram car on the tracks, and if the whole system's gridlocked, guess who they're calling? Temple here sending me.
Yes, if you like our content and you would like more of these kind of audio commentaries, please let us know. Like I said, it's more experimental from my point of view, but at the end of the day is you might want to see Gentleman Jim or Overlord Shanna do an audio commentary. Who's to say? If you have any demand for any of that, instead of just Bobby May Cry, because I won't lie, I'm not the most entertaining fellow out there. We happily take feedback because we always want to make our channel better. As you can tell with Overlord Shanna, he likes to do complete playthroughs. I'm more of a, I like to give a snippet of a game just to entice people to give it a go. With some bigger games, I don't mind showing an ending as long as I mention that, hey, this video has the ending. That's usually when I know it's like, this game sold a lot. It doesn't need me to hide its content, really. It's probably a puzzle here that I missed.
Repair systems online.
Oh, it's just a click.
Loading
Alright.
system reinitialized. Warning. Autoloader malfunction.
Speaking of improving our channels, one of the discussions for these, when this went quite well, was, manually attach claw. Alright. And where would I do that? To this one? Alright.
Left loader claw engaged.
Cool. Alright, hold on now. Feel bad about using that, but that was pretty fun. Exactly why I like survival horror. I love when they give you that kind of, here's a ton of enemies at once sort of scenario. Just make sure I've cleaned up. Did I have another one of them? Let's have a look. I'm good for health right now. Right, there's got to be another blue one here somewhere. Is it the other one? Probably. I'm gonna get more enemies, aren't I?
Right loader claw disengaged.
Why did it disengage?
Loader claw disengaged.
Any luck moving that tram car?
The autoloader's busted. What stasis should do the trick.
Will that do it?
Just gotta time it.
Great. But hurry. Okay? Sound carries down here.
Replacing
There we go.
tram car. Please stand by.
Yes, have debated animating the... Oh, I heard a scream. More enemies? Oh, it's doing the mashy thing. Thought we gave that up a long time ago. That's one way to end it. I think this is really good, actually. But obviously I need to pay more attention while playing. I suppose that'll be it for this particular video though. And if you're in the mood, feel free to peruse on our channel. I'm just one of 3 people who provides content on the channel. We have Overlord Shona, who has been doing the DLC expansion with Deadpool on Marvel's Midnight Suns. And Gentleman Jin has been uploading Warhammer 40,000 Darktide content more recently. My archive footage will continue with Elden Ring. I do have plans for other games, But I think this is all I'll show for this remake because, again, it's just fresh off the presses, and I'm just going to have a blast playing it, and I hope you do as well. If it's your kind of game. If you're not a huge fan of survival horror, that's not a problem. Take care, and have a lovely week. Goodbye.